This is Gus Summers, and you are listening to The Yin Show. We're coming to you live from, of course, Sunset Boulevard in sunny California. Boy, it's a hot day today in the middle of winter, isn't it, guys?
It certainly is.
Wow. You know, appreciate you guys coming out. There is so much to talk about. I know I met Ayleen at the Designer Com.
Yes, it was awesome. It was so good to have you there, and such a fun show this year.
And just met George, a fellow Trekkie, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I was at DesignerCon as well, but I was working the booth.
Oh, okay. I must have missed you. So tell us, well, why don't we start there? Tell us a little bit about DesignerCon. I know a lot of people already know about it, but since we met there, tell us a little more about that.
All right. Well, DesignerCon is an annual event that smashes together art and everything in the world of art, design and toys and apparel. And we like to get this really diverse group of people together and vendors and see what comes out of it, you know, see what creative things happen. And it's really fun.
Wow. And how long you been involved with it?
Well, we've been exhibiting there since the early days, since it was VTN, which was about 5 years ago. That was Vinyl Toy Network. And then I helped start taking over the show with Ben about 2 years ago.
Okay. And it's really changed, am I correct?
It has. We really kind of refocused where we were going. Like I said, originally it was called Vinyl Toy Network, and the focus was really on toys, although the sort of sidelines of art and apparel started to creep in, and we realized there's such a broader audience and such a broader wealth of artists out there that have an impact on the toy world, and then, you know, we all impact each other in these industries, so it was cool to expand what we were already doing.
Wow. So how did you end up, you know, finalizing this idea that you wanted artists and, you know, toys and, you know, just everything all inclusive?
Well, the toys actually came out of, before Vinyl Toy Network, there was another show in Pasadena called Keyology, which was run by a completely different person, and that was really fun. That came out of people collecting keys from Toy2R, which are addictive little 2-inch figures that tons of different artists do their own take on, which is really fun. So we all kind of met similarly through that show, and we were all into the toy scene, and then Vinyl Toy Network grew out of that show ended, so something needed to replace it. There was still an audience wanting to go check out a show, and Pasadena was already, you know, the place that something was happening, so kind of stepped in to take that over.
Right. And George, you were working the booth, right?
Yeah, I mean, ever since Keyology, we've had a booth there. So mostly, I haven't been involved in the setting up and running the show. I stay to the booth and run our part of it, which is October Toys and ToyBreak.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, that perfect segue. That's where I was going to get. I was going to get into that. Yeah, tell us about October Toys. How that got started, or if you want to start how you guys met, and, you know, wherever you want to go.
Well, October Toys is our baby now, and that's our company where we make our own toys as well as sculpting for other toy companies in the industry. Okay. But October Toys is really where we get to put out our own product, and just, you know, we have fun with artists and produce our own things. Like we have a line of mini zombies that we make right now, and we're currently gearing up to make some more stuff this summer that we can't quite talk about yet, but you could see us at Comic-Con in the summer, and we'll have that out.
Nice.
Very exciting.
So something to titillate the audience with, to see what's coming up new for the summer. Wow.
Be sure to see us in San Diego this summer, and we'll have a whole new range for it.
And it's a collaboration project, so it's not just us.
Oh, nice. Is this your first collaboration with somebody, or have you done it in the past?
We've worked with other people before, but sort of on our own label, I guess you could say. It's our first collaboration.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And it's with Stoli Art.
Yes.
Stoli Art.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how long has October Toys been around? How long have you been doing that?
We officially formed in 2004.
Wow.
And we put out our first line of toys in 2005, which was the Gwins, our designer vinyl penguins, which were a platform toy that we invited artists to do their own interpretation, their own designs on. Which we've had 3 series of those. Very fun.
Oh, penguins. Do you like penguins?
I do. I'm a penguin fan. It was actually, it kind of came out of a gift that George had given me for one of our anniversaries. He gave me a I'm kind of a geek when it comes to tech,
Okay.
and I was really into Linux. I love Linux, and he sculpted me the little mascot, which is Tux,
Right.
the little fat penguin that sits there.
Right,
Well, he
right.
sculpted me a little one for my desk for our anniversary, and I thought, well, if I like this on my desk, there's got to be other people that are going to like it on their desk.
That's right. That's right. Wow. So you saw Happy Feet and all those movies.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it Surf's Up? Was that the other?
Surf's Up, that one's funny. Madagascar.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, penguin movies, what are you talking
Yeah, I
about?
did. That's great. That's great. So now, did you have a toy background somehow, or is it just something that, like all of us, we love toys since a kid and just continued with that?
Well, we actually, George and I both have collected since as long as we can remember. Like, not just like, a little bit here and there. It was pretty passionate toy collecting throughout our lives. But George has actually been working in the industry 12 years now.
Yeah, since '97, I think, or '98. Yeah,
Oh, really?
I've been a sculptor since then.
Wow.
Tell him some of the places you worked.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
started the first toy jobs I got was at McFarlane Toys.
Okay. right.
They're the guys that do Spawn and all that stuff, and I kind of cut my teeth there and learned from a lot of great guys there, and still to this day I'm friends with a lot of those guys that that kind of trained me and
Worked with the Four Horsemen.
yeah worked with the guys who are now the Four Horsemen were all at McFarlane at the time, and
Right.
basically learned from them, and they're pretty much the best in the industry, so I kind of learned from the best.
Nice. Nice. So you take all that experience and bring it to October Toys and design for them and everything, right? Is that?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, basically everything we've learned since '97, '98, and just kind of throughout the years, and then bring it to our own company now and kind of do it for ourselves. Because who wants to work for somebody else? You always want to kind of work for yourself. So
Independent Street, sure.
exactly, we're always trying to be able to make it on our own and do it that way.
Wow.
It was a very Mary Tyler Moore moment.
That's nice. So tell us about. Okay, here's a question for you. What's the oldest piece that you may still have from when you were young? Little boy, little
Oh,
girl.
yours is easy.
Well, for me, it's a plush, and it's a Curious George that I was given basically in the hospital when I was born. So I still have that.
Do you?
But I have pretty much all of my stuff from when I was a kid. Luckily I have parents who did not throw away my toys when I went to college, like a lot of people do. They knew how much I liked my stuff, and I still have most of the stuff I had from when I was a kid.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I think for my actual oldest toy, I think it's also a plush. It's I don't think I got it from the hospital, but maybe when I was 2 or 3, it's a little stuffed pig, and I would put it in a dress. And I still have it. I don't know why.
That's great. Do they have names?
Mine didn't. I just called it stuffed
Piggy?
pig. Stuffed pig.
Stuffed pig.
Mine's
don't know why.
mine's a Curious George, so it
Exactly.
already had its
that's
own
right.
name.
That's right. I was thinking it already has its George. You named it Fred. It's named Fred. That's great. You remember Evil Knievel?
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
those little wind-up toys? You can still. I had one when I was a kid. I still have the motorcycle. It's all trashed, but
That just
I have
means
it on
you enjoyed
display.
it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got to take pictures of it. Look at
That's
30
fantastic.
years old. I have a of course, Lee Majors, $6 Million Man.
course.
Oh yeah.
I have him. His arm's kind of broken, but I should probably take pictures of those.
You should.
That's why I wanted you guys on, because I'm kind of a little toy freak. I'll buy one toy to play with and another toy to keep in the box.
We actually had a viewer of our show ToyBreak that had called in who had lost his Lee Majors doll from when he was a kid, and he was very sad about it.
His mom sold it, to be fair.
Right.
Oh,
By accident at a garage sale.
Garage sale.
was
and
very
then a little space robot came with a pig, and
Yeah.
trying waiting looking for him. Oh, that's good. So if you had a garage sale when he was gone at college or
Yeah,
something, you came back, my toys.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
That happens a lot. Do you guys find a lot of toys like that? You pass by a yard sale and kind of stop and look.
It's funny, in this day and age, we do go to
eBay.
yard sales once in a while, but
Yeah.
it's more online that you
Yeah.
find what you're looking for.
What's the rarest toy that you found online, or just boy,
Rarest toy.
Or
something you've been looking for a long time?
In this industry, there's in the designer vinyl field, there's a lot of things that get made in really small numbers. Sometimes like as low as like 5 pieces of an item.
Right.
So there's a ton of stuff that's just like you have 1 of 5 maybe. So it's cool.
Oh wow.
I know what one of the rarest we might have found semi recently was we both like little rubber guys
Yeah.
from like the 80s and 90s.
Right.
And George collects muscle men, and he had almost a complete original collection.
Right.
And we happened to find the last 2 that he needed.
We
What about
or
you?
you?
Okay, I found.
Well, yeah.
You found them.
So the set's complete now, or
Yeah, I
the
have a-
accessories?
I have a full set of the Muscle Man, and didn't you just finish your Monster in My Pocket
I
set
did.
too?
I just finished my original Monster in My Pocket, original 48.
Wow. So you have them all then?
I do.
Oh wow, wow, that's exciting.
And those aren't that old. They're only from the early '80s, but to us, that's
us.
a
That's-
cool. Like
that's
from
what
when
we
we were
liked.
kids, it's the collection we couldn't finish as a kid.
Right. Or you chew it on a little bit, right?
Exactly.
You can't kind of put it away because you don't want to look at it. Do you remember? I remember there was a G.I. Joe, a long time ago. It was one of the first ones I remember. He had a beard, but his eye was very similar to that of Steve Austin, and you would press the top of the head, and his eye would blink. Do you remember that?
Wow,
G.I.
I
Joe?
don't.
I
No.
don't remember
And
that.
I had it when I was a little kid, and played with it, and who knows where it ended up.
Right.
I got sold it at a yard sale one day.
Probably.
But I remember having it, and then I remember when I got the Steve Austin, I hid that guy and make sure he
Keep him
was
safe.
$6 million man. But I've never been able to find that particular GI Joe.
Oh, that's interesting. We have G.I. Joe friends who would probably
Do
know.
you?
They know, probably listening, and they know exactly what you're talking
Exactly.
about.
Oh, we have that guy. They're gonna taunt me, right? Look, we got a picture. And
It's funny. It's funny you mentioned G.I. Joe. Like there's so many toys and brands out there,
Yes.
but some of the big ones, like G.I. Joe, has a huge following. They actually have like a whole convention. They have a G.I. Joe Con.
Isn't that's
JoeCon.
great? Have you guys gone to that? Have you-
JoeCon, no, but we did go to another Hasbro event called BotCon, which is a Transformers convention, and
Transformers.
that one's fun.
So So the cartoons or the movies? Which ones do you like?
Cartoons,
No,
come
that's-
on.
Cartoons.
So he's on his third movie now, right?
Michael Bay.
Bay.
Yeah. This is it. This summer, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Right?
This. Yeah.
Dark Side of the Moon, I think that's called.
Yeah, right.
Something like
right.
that.
And the original voice of come on, I
Of
can't-
Optimus Prime.
Thank
Yep.
you,
Peter,
Optimus
Peter
Prime.
Cullen.
That's
Yep.
right. Yeah, that was exciting. I said, that voice sounds really familiar. I said, no, it can't be. After all these years, be the same voice.
I will be honest. When I heard when I heard Peter Cullen in the first movie, that first line
Right.
got a little misty-eyed.
Did you?
It's been a while.
Did you? I think it's great when they bring talent back like that. Like, when you knew them from a TV show or a movie, it's like, oh, that's great. That's great to have them back.
And it's so iconic. Like it really resonates with the audience, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're playing to me. I love it. This is wonderful. They remember me, and that's great. It's definitely want to get into more about what you're doing with ToyBreak and how you do that. Your annual web seminar, not seminar. Your web.
Oh, it's actually a weekly show.
Oh, it's a weekly show.
Yes.
Okay. I remember we had talked last year. You did a fundraiser event.
We did.
That's what I was thinking. So we can get more into that when we get back. All right. Well, this is Gus Summers, and you've been listening to The End Show, and we've been talking to the Gaspars about a wonderful thing, toys that puts a smile on everyone's face. All right. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break, and be sure to visit us at theendshow.com, where you'll get a lot more of what we're doing and a lot more from today's interview. We'll be right back.
They don't really know. I like what I see.